How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. We also got to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. So today we're going to be talking about IDEX, Ideanomics. They also have earnings that is coming out on Monday. So hey, there's some things we need to go over. But before we get started, we got to go over the agenda. If you're new to this channel, just to let you know, we have timestamps down below in the description to help you with navigation if you need to do so. So the first update we're going to be going over is the press release. Ideanomics ended up having a big time acquisition, and I'm going to be going over that press release with you guys. And then after that, we're going to be doing a technical analysis, taking a look at the price action. There's a lot of volatility considering the fact that we have earnings that's coming, and I want to make sure you guys are prepared so you know where those support levels are so you can actually get in at a really good price or average down if you need to or build out a new position. Also, we're going to be taking a look at fintech. So we're going to be looking at the institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information. Are institutions bullish on Ideanomics? And what is the overall market sentiment in regard to Ideanomics as well? And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So let's get to it. So we're on the official Ideanomics website in their press release section for investors. And we're going to be taking a look at the recent news that came out. So Ideanomics signs a definitive agreement to acquire California-based US Hybrid. Founded in 1999, US Hybrid has pioneered clean transportation technologies for more than 20 years. It offers proven zero-emission powertrain components for electric, hybrid, and fuel cell applications. Has fully operational fuel cell engines for both mobile and stationary use at the 10 kilowatt, 50 kilowatt, and 100 kilowatt power levels. CEO Dr. Gordon Abbas-Ghazari, PhD, PE, is a 30-year veteran of BEV, FCE, and hybrid industries and will become the chief scientist for Ideanomics. So let's go over it. So Ideanomics is pleased to announce it has signed a definitive agreement to acquire 100% of privately held US Hybrid in cash and stock consideration. The material terms of which are disclosed in the company's related 8K filing. The acquisition is subject to customary closing positions. The acquisition of US Hybrid brings to Ideanomics the application of US built technology for use in its own vehicles and significantly extends the company's capabilities in zero-emission transportation. US Hybrid will continue to serve its existing customer base, and Ideanomics will assist them in scaling their business operations within the Ideanomics Mobility business division. US Hybrid operates from locations in California, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. Founded in 1999 and headquartered in Torrance, California, US Hybrid has been providing innovative solutions including components, drivetrains, and fuel cells in medium and heavy-duty commercial fleet operators. US Hybrid designs, manufactures, and markets integrated power conversion systems for battery electric, fuel cell, and hybrid vehicles, as well as systems for renewable energy generation and storage. The company has been leading the clean tech revolution by offering integrated power conversion components and integrated motor drives, motors and controllers, distributed energy management systems, and DC-DC boost converters, equipment that is vital to growth of the broader EV industry. In addition to its relationship with leading OEMs, US Hybrid has delivered projects for the private and public sectors, including the defense industry and governmental customers. US Hybrid has reliably demonstrated proven powertrain technology along with DC-DC converters, which possess high efficiency ratings and fast dynamic response capabilities. US Hybrid enjoys long-term commercial relationships in various industries, including commercial, defense, aerospace, and transit municipal for its BEV, FCE, and hybrid platforms. The acquisition of US Hybrid is a significant one for our EV efforts across the Ideanomics Mobility division and is a stepping stone we were looking for to ensure we provide vehicles and technologies that can proudly allow us to state that meaningful components are made in America. We are excited to bring Dr. Ghazari and the team into Ideanomics family, and they have been exceptional to work with throughout our discussions, and we look forward to helping them develop their business further. We will be bringing their technologies and capabilities into our own vehicles, as well as helping the broader industry leverage the outstanding technology that US Hybrid team has developed in hybrid EV and hydrogen fuel cells, said Alfpoor Ideanomics CEO. With decades of experience and credibility from deployments with reputable customers, US Hybrid will become an innovation engine for Ideanomics and provide strategic opportunities for clean technology applications across a zero emissions transportation value chain, both now and in the future. We are excited to be joining the Ideanomics family as a synergistic addition to the Ideanomics ecosystem of EV businesses. Ideanomics' global platform will provide us with the opportunity to unlock the commercialization and sales potential of our American-made zero-emission products within Ideanomics and our broad customer base. This combination of our business provides for a bright future in zero-emission transportation, where we continue to innovate for the future while scaling our commercial products to meet the immediate demands of the industry, said Gordon Abbas-Ghazari, PhD and PE and CEO of US Hybrid. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Ideanomics, which closed the day at $2.46, being up 3.80% on the day. On the low, it tested $2.37, and then on the high, testing $2.51. So when we take a look at the chart, we want to see how well is it performing with our indicators. So right now, currently, it is below the 100-day, the 21-day EMA, and it looks like it's definitely maintaining some strength above the 200-day over here as well. So if you're looking for an opportunity right now, Ideanomics is sitting on support here right at this $2.45 level. This is the area that was also tested on March the 5th, where a lot of stocks ended up getting beaten down. Yes, it got beaten down further and almost coming in contact with the 200-day here, but from where it's at, this is a solid area of support. If we do end up having some sell-offs and so forth, then definitely look out somewhere in the 230s. Like I said, it tested the low of $2.37. Do keep in mind, they also have earnings on May the 17th, which is Monday, so there is going to be some volatility ahead, and if it does decide to pull back, that's definitely where I'm going to be looking to add on some opportunities. If we take a look at the RSI down below, it is right around 39. So it's in that 30 area. So what does this mean? It is oversold. So if you believe in the long-term prospects of Ideanomics, then this is a great opportunity to actually consider. So what I'm going to be looking forward to next week are good news in regards to the earnings. I want to see continuous improvements from this company. I think they do have a lot of upside. So if we end up having some upside or having a good earnings report, and then on top of that, the markets seem to show continued strength from what we saw today, things can potentially look really good, and I'll be looking forward to seeing us make that move to $3. This is a big time psychological level here, but I know once we're able to pass this area, we can really start gaining some steam and getting to this 100-day and moving even further. So we're going to be taking a look at the institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information for Ideanomics. So as we scroll down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. And we could definitely see a lot of activity that went down on Friday, and also if we take a look at the 13th, we had a little bit, but the 14th definitely showed a lot of activity. We had one institution that closed out of their position, but for the most part is looking fairly bullish among institutions, so that is actually great to see. So it looks like they are taking advantage and have been taking advantage of the dip in IDEX. So as we take a look at the short interest information here, short volume ratio stands at 23%, so this is actually looking fairly decent. We look for 21% or higher in regards to short squeeze potential. So overall, in general, the market is saying, hey, we feel like IDEX is a little bit overvalued here, so we're shorting this stock. So as we scroll down on the page, short shares availability stands at 750,000, and the short ball free rate, which is fairly up there at 8.20%. Taking a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we could definitely see it is very high considering what's been going down recently. As of May the 3rd, you could see it is definitely at an all-time high here. So that just means, again, like I said, the bears are saying the current price of where it's at, it's very high. Do keep in mind they do have earnings that is coming up and it's right around the corner, so that does introduce some volatility here. If the stock price ends up pulling back quite a bit, I'm going to be very interested in knowing to see what the short volume looks like, especially at the end of Monday and as the rest of the week progresses. I'm going to assume if it does pull back a lot, then there is definitely going to be some reduction staying in that short volume ratio, because I don't see there's too much more of a bottom for Ideanomics. So for my final thoughts for Ideanomics, I'm definitely happy with this acquisition of US Hybrid. They've been in the industry for 20 years, focusing on powertrain components and clean energy. This works alongside with Ideanomics and their business segments, which we know they're going to be in the EV space, making sure the adoption of EV is a smooth process, and also in the fintech space. We've been seeing more of a focus on their EV side, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that as well, because we know as far as the economy and where the world is going, that's going to be definitely a big area of potential for Ideanomics. Also, with earnings coming out on Monday, be prepared for the volatility you must see. But also do keep in mind, you know where those areas of support are. You know where the floor is from what it's looking like. So using that to your advantage, you should be able to have a good position going in and being able to have an idea just in case it does dip to be able to take advantage of that opportunity. As far as what I'm looking forward to, I'm looking forward to seeing some estimates beat from Ideanomics, but also at the same time, I'm not expecting anything stellar or through the roof. If we end up getting that, great, but at the same time, I'm going to make sure that, you know what, I just want to see them beat some estimates in certain areas, and then we see where we go from there. But at the end of the day, we want to see potential. We want to see, hey, what is the revenue? We also want to see what are the profit margins looking like, and how did they improve from the last period. As long as we see improvements in these particular areas, I'm happy with it. So that's my final thoughts in regards to Ideanomics. I still feel this is a great stock with a lot of potential, a lot of upside, and yeah, that's what I wanted to update you guys on. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.